Hey, what's up, guys? This is a video showcasing all of my horror movies because I figured everyone else is doing it, and I may as well do it. Um, and that really was prompted because I bought a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but a handful of new movies at Best Buy the other day. And I was going to do a video just showcasing them, but I thought, well, I may as well just show all my movies since, several people on here have done it already, and I may as well get in on it. So I'm going to start off with the new stuff I just got. Which has been over the past couple of days, and then after that I'll just go through the movies I have, and they're in no particular order, by the way. I just kind of stacked them all up over here, and so there are going to be some that are sort of in alphabetical order, but most of it is not. But anyway, to start off, I got 4 new pickups, well actually 5. Let's start off with one of the cooler ones. I got the Halloween 35th Anniversary Edition, Blu-ray. This is the second or third version of Halloween I've gotten. I originally wasn't going to get this because I don't like how, I don't know if you can see that, how thin this is. I think it's very thin. There's nothing on the back, but it's a really cool edition. It's got, obviously it's a digibook. There's a nice little short essay in here about the making of the movie, and it's got some cool features and a nice audio commentary that I was watching last night. I don't have the disc in here. It's in my Blu-ray player right now. But anyway, it was $16.99 at Target, and I figured, what the hell. Next, I got a double feature. Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. I liked the first one, and the second one was okay. But it was $10 at Best Buy, and I figured that's not a bad deal. This next one I got is a movie I've never seen before, but it was on sale for $8 at what the hell, at Best Buy. Yeah. And it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I've heard good things about this, but like I said, I haven't seen it. Next one is a movie that I've heard mixed things about, and that's The Collector. Most people said it wasn't, I mean, from what I recall, said it wasn't that great, but I'm going to give it a shot because I want to see the sequel, because I've heard better things about that. But it was also, this is $10, I believe, at Best Buy. And the next one is one of the ones I actually was most happy about getting, because I actually have not seen this movie in a long time, and the box set just came out, and that is Child's Play with Chucky. Now this is also $8. And all of these, by the way, well, these Child's Play and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 came with $8 for Carrie, movie money for the movie Carrie that's coming out on this next Friday, by the way. Okay, so let's get into my actual collection here. Like I said, I don't have a huge collection, but I had a lot more than I thought I did, and I was surprised when I kind of grabbed all these together. So I figured I may as well show a video. Anyway, start off with the only steelbook I have. That is the Evil Dead steelbook from Target, which is a good movie, by the way. I like this way more than the original. And speaking of the Evil Dead steelbook, I may as well just throw that out there that I've got a contest going on for those interested. I'm going to do a drawing at the end of the month. You have to be a subscriber and like the video and make a 1-minute-ish video on your favorite movie, favorite scary movie, horror movie. I'll leave that link below for that, but anyway, I don't want to talk too much about that because I think I've already mentioned that a couple times. So, but again, that's the only steelbook I own of a horror movie. This next one, Beyond the Black Rainbow. Haven't seen it. It's more of a sci-fi horror, but it's apparently okay. Next, Devil's Backbone. This is a Criterion. I still haven't seen this. I guess there's nothing on the back, so maybe I won't show the backs, but this is cool. It actually has, I don't know if you can see that, the spine number is 666, which I'm sure was on purpose, but Devil's Backbone. The Ring. Good movie, although I haven't seen it in a while. Scenic Route. I haven't seen this yet. This is more of a thriller than a horror, but I've heard good things. I don't usually care for Josh Duhamel, who was in like Transformers, but I've heard good things. these next couple, 1, 2, 3, about 7 movies are my Scream Factory collection that I've got so far. The first is The Town That Dreads Sundown, which I actually really enjoyed this movie. It's pretty neat. And then I got They Live, which is something I got from WrestleManiac 1130's contest that he did a couple months ago. Which is cool. Life Force. I just watched this a month or so ago. I was pretty good, actually. Once again, more of a kind of a sci-fi horror, but a cool movie. The Howling. I'd seen this a long time ago, and it'd been a while since I'd seen it the entirety, and I watched it, I think like last month. I watched a lot of these last month, and I liked it, actually. It's the best of the Howling movies. I've seen a couple of the other ones, and they're pretty shit, but first one is always a good one. It's always a good start, or a good point. Whatever the fuck I'm saying. Let's see. Halloween 2. Great movie. Almost as good as the first one, honestly. But I just love the first one's ambiance. And I'm going to show this one because I like this. The alternate cover art is the pumpkin. It's awesome. And of course, I've got Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. A lot of people don't like this movie. But I have to say, it's one of my favorite of the Halloween movies because, one, maybe because it doesn't rely on the Michael Myers character, because as much as I like Michael Myers, the character is kind of bland-ish. Like, there's not a whole lot of mythology behind it. He's just evil, trying to kill anyone. But this, I thought, was an interesting take on making the Halloween series kind of a change every year. That just seemed kind of neat. But anyway, that's Halloween 3. It's a good movie. Scream Factory. From Beyond. I've heard mixed things about this. It's kind of supposed to be a pretty gory, weird movie. I've never seen it. It's from the people who made Reanimator, so that makes sense. I'm sure there's a lot of sexual shit going on. But I haven't seen it, so I don't know how good it is, but I heard good things. And then The Burning. This is my last Scream Factory. I just watched this a few weeks ago, and I have to say, I actually enjoyed this a lot. It was very... you don't see the Cropsy, I think his name is Cropsy. You don't see the character, the deformed face and stuff very much until the end. But it was really interesting to see. The kills were crazy. And it reminded me of Friday the 13th a lot. And I think this was made first. I don't remember. I don't recall. Wouldn't surprise me if Friday the 13th was first. One or the other ripped the other off. It was pretty obvious. But anyway. Next. This is a collection I've got of the Hannibal Lecter movies. Well, some of them. Manhunter, Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal. Decent movies. Silence of the Lambs is the best of that group. Insidious. I haven't watched this yet. But I've heard good things. And the sequel just came out a few weeks ago. In theaters, I mean. The Innkeepers. This is by the same guy that did House of the Devil, which I've got in here somewhere. Ty West. And I have to say, I like this movie a lot. I think I like it more than House of the Devil. I like ghost stories. And that one's a good one, I think, anyway. Would You Rather? Recent purchase. I did watch this around the time I got it, and I have to say, once again, a movie that I was surprised that I enjoyed it. I kind of figured it'd be kind of a silly movie. But the premise is pretty cool, based on people who are looking for some extra money, or just, I forget how much money it even is possible, but it's a lot of money. But they have to go through a series of games that get ever more grotesque and horrific. And it ended about how I expected, but then also kind of a twist at the end. But I enjoyed it. Jeffrey Combs is in it. And Sasha Grey, by the way. But yeah, it was pretty good. Halloween 2, my other version. This is the one that came out before the Scream Factory. This is also the one that I believe had a disc replacement, because the original cut didn't have... What did it not have? It had... Mustafa Akkad was not mentioned in the preview, in the credits or something? Something like that. There was a error of some sort, but I don't recall what it was. But I got two versions of that, obviously. An anthology movie, ABCs of Death. I think they're making a sequel to this, because apparently this did well. I have to say that this was okay. There were a lot more misses than hits on this movie, particularly the Alice for Libido. I remember that one being really shitty, but there were some good ones. D is for dogfight, T for toilet, I think. The claymation was kind of fun. I don't remember the rest of them now, but this is on Netflix now, so you can actually see this in its entirety, and there were some good ones, but most of them were bad, or not that great. 30 Days of Night. This is probably my favorite vampire movie. I don't like a whole lot of vampire movies. I think that they're kind of saturated, or oversaturated. But I like this one, and the picture quality is really good. Based on a comic book, or a graphic novel. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. This is Halloween 6, I think. Not a very good movie. But it's okay. I, of course, after having all the movies, I rounded it out. Although I do not have the other more recent ones, H2O, which is not bad, and then the other one with Busta Rhymes, which I don't remember the name of, which is terrible. And here's the best one, Halloween, The Night He Came Home. This is my alternate cover I got from blu-ray.com. Like that shot, look at that. Looking right in your soul. One of my favorite Halloween movies of all time. Or scary movies. From Hell. Also more of a thriller, I guess, but it's got horrific elements. It's a good movie, though. I haven't watched it in a while. I Saw the Devil. Good Korean movie. I think this is on Netflix now, too. So I think everyone should check this out. It's a really cool premise about a serial killer who kills this guy's fiancée or wife. And he kind of makes it his mission to inflict pain on him and make him suffer. And it's well done, I think. Hollow Man. Good movie, although not a great movie. It's just, I like this director's cut, and I like that Invisible Man. It's a cool premise. But what would you do if no one could see you? Or what would you do if we could be spying on people and be voyeuristic? Let's see. Event Horizon, one of my favorite sci-fi horror movies. Not a great movie, really. In fact, barely even a good movie. But I just enjoy it. It's one of the first movies I watched that was like a scary movie back in, what was this, 96? 97, when I was a teenager. And I just remember seeing Sam Neill in it, and Lawrence Fishburne. Sam Neill I really only had known from Jurassic Park at the time. And so seeing him as the doctor was really weird. But the premise is interesting. It's just executed kind of poorly, but it's a good movie still. Well, it's an okay movie. The Box, rental copy. I think this is my only rental copy. Let me see if it's... Yeah, it says it on the disc too. But not a bad movie. Once again, this is more of a thriller than a horror movie. But not bad. Scream. One of the first movies I really wanted to see when I was a kid. This was 97 again, I think. 96. And I really wanted to see this when I was a kid. I wanted to see it in the theater. My parents wouldn't let me. I was really upset. And then I eventually saw it on VHS or something. And loved it. I loved the sequel. And I don't even remember if I saw Scream 3. I probably have. But and I haven't seen Scream 4. But I own the first one because it was the one that really got me into horror movies. Troll Hunter, foreign, I think it's a Swedish film, actually. Maybe it's Norwegian. Good. It's not really horror, more of a thriller, monster movie. This is a good one. The Descent. About 6 women going down and like spelunking in like gorges and like canyons and get into an area where there's like monsters in the dark, or so they think, or... It was pretty good, actually. It was pretty scary, too. Very claustrophobic, too, at times. But a very good movie, I thought. I haven't seen the sequel. I heard that wasn't very good. The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp. Roman Polanski movie. This involves, like, the devil and satanic stuff and Satan worship. But it's not really a horror movie. It's more of a thriller and a drama. But I like it. It's a good movie. That was like $5 at Target or something. And I'm assuming, I think that's on Netflix now. Disturbia. This is a poor man's Rear Window with Shia LaBeouf. Not bad. I haven't watched this Blu-ray. I've only seen the movie once, and I saw it on DVD a long time ago. 2007. Yeah, I probably watched it around 2007, 2008. But not bad. Rear Window's better, though, obviously. The Awakening with a nice shimmery cover. This movie is only okay, although I really got it because I wanted to see with Rebecca Hall and Dominic West was in it. And it's a ghost story in England in the early 1900s. And it seemed cool. And it was okay. I'm not upset I bought it, although I did pay like $12 for it. And it's on Netflix now, and it was on Netflix almost immediately, I feel like. The original Evil Dead. I've only really seen this once, I think. A good movie, obviously a cult classic. I do like the remake better, though. Personally. Hatchet. Haven't seen this yet. There's 2 other sequels that are apparently pretty good, but I haven't even seen the first one yet, so I don't want to buy the rest. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter 3D. I like the slipcover on this. Decent movie, not really anything special. Interesting premise, but yeah, pretty cool. I think I got it for like $10 or something. Who knows? Probably not though. American Psycho. Obviously, this is more of a thriller horror movie, but I've mentioned my feelings on American Psycho in here before. I'm pretty sure, and it's a great movie, great book. More of a satire, really, than a horror, but it's still a grotesque movie. The Eclipse. This is a ghost story. I believe it's an Irish ghost story with Kieran Hines. I haven't seen it in a while. What year was this? 2009, probably? 2010. It wasn't bad. I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen it in a while. I remember it being interesting enough for me to buy it. But it was it's a ghost story, and I believe Kieran Hines is a limo driver or a bodyguard or something, and there's a book signing, and there's ghosts, and anyway, I liked it, but not enough to remember what's going on apparently. House at the End of the Street. Haven't seen it. Heard bad things, but I bought it anyway. Sinister. I love this cover art, love this slip cover, and I actually really liked the movie too. It was very the ambiance was very spooky, and it was scary too. Actually, that lawnmower scene. I think Jordan mentioned that just last week in his video. That lawnmower scene really gets you, because you know something's coming too, and then when it does, it's like, oh my god. Anyway, that's a good movie. The Lords of Salem. Once again, another cool lenticular slipcover. Haven't seen this. I've heard, honestly, mostly bad things. But I wanted the slipcover, and it was $14. I think it's like $10 now, for those interested. Paranormal Activity. I watched it. I'm not into the found footage or this type of movie, I guess. I didn't really find it that interesting. I thought the whole premise was interesting enough, but just not my cup of tea, I guess. I haven't seen any of the sequels. This was $1, by the way, I think, at like Blockbuster. Piranha, the remake. This is $1 or $1 at Blockbuster, going out of business sale a year or so ago. It was okay. Well, more of a thriller, not really like a monster movie, I guess, with the piranhas. Children of the Corn. This is the, I think, TV version. This isn't the theatrical movie. I haven't seen it. It's probably not good, honestly. I paid $5 for it. I don't know why I bought it. Let Me In, which is actually a really good remake of the Swedish the Swedish vampire movie. Let the Right One In. This is actually a pretty good retelling of it too, actually, for a remake. I liked it, but Let the Right One In, which I believe was a better movie. It's a foreign movie though, so people don't like the subtitles and stuff, but it was a very well told story, and I think I said 30 Days of Night was my favorite vampire movie. This is actually my favorite vampire movie. Definitely. 30 Days of Night is still good, though. My top 3. Whatever. Let's see. Stephen King's The Mist. This is the collector's edition, or the special... Yeah, the special edition. This has a black and white version, which I've never seen, but it sounds like a cool idea. This is more of a monster movie, really, than a horror. I guess it's a horror thriller. But, freaky movie. Those monsters are fucking freaky. Devil? Okay. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like a fantastic movie, but I got it for like $4 at Blockbuster. Another double feature, The Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. I have a love-hate relationship with these movies. I don't really like Thousand Corpses. I just didn't like the premise or like the ambiance of it. The acting I thought was kind of wooden, and it was just weird, I thought. Devil's Rejects, though, it just sets up Devil's Rejects, and Devil's Rejects I thought was a pretty good movie. I love the 3 characters who are kind of on the lam, and they're still being their weird fucking psycho selves, and I thought it was well done and interesting premise, but don't really care for the first one. The Others, one of the better ghost stories. Just a really cool, creepy, eerie movie, and a nice surprise twist ending. I think most people have seen that. That's on Netflix, I'm pretty sure. Drag Me to Hell. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I remember thinking it was pretty good. Alison Lohman, I believe, is this movie. Directed by Sam Raimi, who did the Evil Dead trilogy and Spider-Man. The original Spider-Man, not the Amazing Spider-Man. Good movie. Cool premise about this woman who gets cursed and she's going to be, dragged to hell because of this witch or whatever. Interesting. It was actually kind of comedic too, but still scary. Friday the 13th, The Killer Cut. This is the remake. I haven't seen this yet. I heard it was okay. I'll watch it at some point. Frailty. Not a bad movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's more of a supernatural, but a thriller, drama. I can do these 2 at once, I guess. 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. Obviously, this is better than this one. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, actually, but this one I see every year. It's a good zombie-ish movie, although technically they're not zombies, but they're zombie-like. Good movies. Daybreakers. I only watched this once. Then I bought it from Go Hastings for like $4. It's a decent vampire movie. Not bad. Dark City, which is a good movie, I thought. Although, honestly, I think I've only watched it all the way through once, and it was before I even owned a Blu-ray. I saw it on TV, so I actually haven't seen an uncut version of this. But I remember it being very creepy or very weird, with Kiefer Sutherland and Jennifer Connelly, and, what's his name, Rufus Sewell. Not a bad movie, but like I said, I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't remember a lot of it. Hobo with a Shotgun. I really, honestly, didn't like this movie. I'm glad, I guess, it's got a nice slipcover and it's embossed, but the movie itself, I'm never really going to watch again. It's on Netflix now, too, so, I don't even need to own it. But it was only barely okay, if even. The Wolfman with alternate slipcover. I thought it was a decent adaptation of the Wolfman story. The last act, of course, like usual, is what throws it all off. The first 2 acts were really good, I thought. The exposition was good. The effects were really good. The story was good. Then, of course, that last battle, or whatever you'd call it at the end, was just a little theatrical, I suppose. Unnecessary. But I like this slipcover, because I didn't like the original cover art. But the movie's not bad, honestly. Sleepy Hollow. Good movie. Headless Horseman Tale. Okay. Woman in Black. I haven't seen this yet. I heard it's decent, actually. Nice ghost story. I have a lot of ghost stories, apparently. but I have not seen this. I heard it's okay. Let's just do these two together. This is Halloween 4 and 5. I don't think I've even seen this one. I've maybe seen pieces of it, but I've seen this one once and it was okay. But this one I don't think I've ever seen. That's funny. Yeah, I don't think so. I should watch that today. Cape Fear. More of a thriller, but a scary movie because of De Niro's character, this ex-con who's come to terrorize his family. Resident Evil. The first one. I think I have the second one in there somewhere, but those are the only ones I own. This is of the entire trilogy of what is it, 5 or 6 movies now? I've only seen the first 2, and I've heard that the quality goes down exponentially at every movie. But this one is still rewatchable to me. I saw it in the theater when it came out, and I think it was well done considering it stayed as close to the games as they could and story-wise, but whatever. Intruders, this is a pickup from Blockbuster, I believe, for a couple dollars. Haven't seen it. It's got average reviews on Netflix because it's on Netflix now. But, I haven't seen it, so I don't know anything about it, really. The Crazies remake. I enjoyed it. Zombieland. Everyone's seen this movie. It's great. But I haven't watched it in a while. Well, this is a really good one. Trick or Treat. One of my favorite anthology horror movies and Halloween movies. It's just really well done. Really cool premise and idea. And I'm so glad that they did it because it was... I hear they're making a sequel. But I really love this character. And it was just so interesting to see a character or a movie like this. So I hope they do make a sequel. Next up, Misery. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I remember thinking it was really fucking creepy. Kathy Bates' character is just so disturbing, I guess, menacing, and the DVDs in there. I can never really bring myself to watch it again, honestly. It's so... Her character is one of the creepiest characters in these horror movies I've got. She's just weird and just fucking completely delusional. But it's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's a good movie, if I recall. Mimic. There are 2 sequels to this, I think. I haven't seen any of them, but this one I really enjoyed. It's a creature feature, and it's kind of a... It's not a fantastic movie, but I enjoy the premise of these bugs or whatever becoming more sentient and controlling. There's actually a lot of special features on here. Huh. I should watch this too. But yeah, Mimic, Director's Cut. Guillermo del Toro is a nice staple to have in your collection. Mama. I have not seen this yet. I've heard good things, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it. I should watch that in the coming weeks because it's obviously 31 Days of Horror. I'm behind on that, by the way. I think I'll do a video tomorrow or the next day and talk about the 31 Days of Horror. Today is the 13th, and I think I've watched almost one movie a day. I'm up to maybe 10, and it's just hard to do that when you're working all day and stuff. And this is my busiest month. But anyway, Mama. I haven't seen it. Heard good things. It's got Jessica Chastain in it and Nikolai Coster-Waldau, or Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. But anyway, I've heard good things, so I plan on watching it, hopefully soon. Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie remake. This is actually not really anything like the original Halloween 2, and I think a lot of people didn't like that because it really veers completely from that storyline. But if I'm being honest, I really thought this was interesting. An interesting take on the character. And Loomis, I didn't like Loomis at all in this movie. I liked Loomis a lot more in the originals, Donald Pleasance. But this I thought was really well done for what it was. But I understand the dislike. I personally don't like the original Rob Zombie Halloween. Obviously, the first Halloween, John Carpenter, is way better. But this, I thought was an interesting take. I don't even consider it the regular canon of Halloween movies. This is more of its own like subgenre of like homage, I guess, or whatever. Don't listen to me. I'm fucking rambling. But I liked it. House of the Devil. I've only seen this once. I should really watch this again too. It was very creepy, and it's the fact that the most of the movie actually is just kind of going through the motions, and there's stuff just like right behind the surface, or it just seemed so creepy and scary, but it wasn't. Like, it wasn't actually showing you anything. It was just hinted at in the ambiance until the end. It was pretty normal, like scare fest, or like not scare fest, but fanfare. The ambiance is very good in this movie, but I really should watch this again. It was very moving, or unnerving. Satanic stuff, though. This is a recent one, Twixt. And not a good movie, really. Although, to be fair to the movie, I really stopped watching it about halfway through and started doing other shit. I think I made a video during it. So I really should give it another shot at some point here. And it's Francis Ford Coppola, so it doesn't make any sense at all. The premise is interesting, but it just kind of... The acting is kind of wooden, and Val Kilmer was kind of, just hamming it up a little bit. Anyway. It's not bad. This is a movie that should be on Netflix. I think it might be, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's not yet. It's a movie that may be worth checking out, but it's not really worth paying any money for. I'm kind of upset that I spent $10 on it. But whatever. I spent a little amount of money on a lot of these. Like this next one, The Fourth Kind, I bought for $1 at Blockbuster again. In the movie, honestly, it's okay. It's an alien abduction kind of movie, which I guess I don't even know if we should consider that horror, but it's very creepy. But yeah, I enjoyed it, but it's not really a good movie. I think Jordan just talked about this movie and he gave it like a 4 or 5, and I think I agree with that statement. It's definitely like a 5. Not really a fantastic movie. Stoker? This is a thriller, definitely. Not really a horror, although Matthew Good's character was very creepy. I just felt like through the entire movie he was on the verge of like killing anybody or everybody, just like freaking out. But it was very well acted, very well. The story was interesting about her dad dying and her like really not even mourning him that much, and all of a sudden he shows up, and it's just very creepy and weird, but well done. Definitely worth checking out. I enjoyed it, but it's more of a thriller than a horror. Texas Chainsaw 3D with that awesome slipcover. Nice. I just watched this a couple days ago, and I have to say that as someone who has not really watched the Texas Chainsaw movies, except for a little bit of the first one many years ago, and then now this one, it wasn't really very good. It was okay. The character of Leatherface, I feel like they really gave him too much backstory. I understand why this got so much hate. Just thinking about if I grew up with the characters in the movies and then seeing them make this movie, it really went on its own path. So it makes sense that people didn't fucking like it, because it really was diverging from the storylines that I had read up about and what I remember from the first movie. Yeah. It was okay. I mean, I watched some behind-the-scenes stuff, and it's funny watching it after watching the movie that they really were trying to do something here with the movie, and the audiences didn't want it, I think, was the problem. Then the audiences did not want to see Leatherface given more depth, I guess. And I guess I kind of agree. But, I haven't watched the entire over of Texas Chainsaw. Let's see, only a couple left here, guys. The Prowler. Haven't watched this yet. It looks like a straight-up slasher movie. Yeah, not much to say. It was cheap, so I bought it. I don't know why. I do that sometimes. Resident Evil Apocalypse, marginally an okay movie. The first one's obviously better, and I haven't seen anything beyond this movie. I hear they get worse, which is saying something because this one wasn't very good. A very good movie, Cabin in the Woods. I just watched this again for the second time. I watched this when it first came out last year, and then I just watched it at work, actually, from Netflix, because this is on Netflix streaming. And I really enjoy it. I think I should check out the special features on here. I don't know if I ever did. But very well done. A really cool satire about the slasher genre, I guess. Yeah, just a lot of fun. Definitely check it out if you are into slashers. Dreamhouse. Haven't seen it. Heard mostly bad things. I don't know if it's a ghost story really, but it's like a murder house, or dude killed his family and he's living there now, or I don't know. I know that it didn't get very good reviews, but it's got Naomi Watts and Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz in it, so I said screw it. Evil Dead 2. I don't think I've even seen this movie. Honestly, I don't remember anything about it. If I saw it, it's been a long time. And there are a lot of special features on here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who this is. This character. Sorry, guys. I'd only seen the first one a long time ago, and then the new one, and I like the new one better. Okay, where are we? Oh, this is the last one. Look at this, guys. And we're going to end this on Shutter Island, which is not even really a horror movie. It's more of a drama, honestly, than anything. I guess you could say it's a thriller. There's some scary moments in it. A psychological thriller, I guess. So we're going to end it on that, I suppose. But this is a good movie. I enjoyed it. There's a nice twist ending that I didn't see coming until it was upon it. Well acted, but you know, I think this is on instant streaming now too. But anyway, guys, that's it. That is my entire horror movie collection. Tell me what you think. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of those movies, so I'm really sorry about that. But I should really get back on that. I'm almost halfway done with the month. I really need to catch up. And like I said, I will do a video at some point this week talking about the movies I've watched so far. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.